Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. All I have to say in the beginning of this is, I wish they So, guys, apparently, I'm late to the party, but I looked on YouTube for werewolf preppers, and a lot of people did videos on this, and I'm obviously behind the curveball. I just found out about this term a couple months ago. I think some of you guys mentioned it in my live stream, and I'm like, okay. And I didn't bother looking into it because some of you guys told me what it pertained to or what the group was. But of course, curiosity got the best of me and I dived a little deeper. And come to find out, the meaning for werewolf preppers are a well-trained, tactical group that's going to take other people's preps. Now, I don't know why they call themselves werewolf preppers. Maybe because it sounds badass. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning behind calling themselves werewolf preppers. It makes no sense. Nonetheless, it's an actual group of people out there lying in the cut, hiding in the dark, waiting for something to go down so that when it does, they spring into action and start taking your shit. Now, all I have to say is, I wish they would. I triple dog dare them. Come and bring it. Whatever saying I can come up with to entice them to come out of the shadows, I would absolutely say all of it if I can think of all of it. Because forget about me. Forget about little black Negro New York. Forget about that. But there are people out there that these werewolf preppers should never, ever come across. They shouldn't even think about attacking them. There's a ton of group of people out there that I know that would, like, take them apart in seconds. Now, some of these guys, I would assume that they're ex-military. But even ex-military guys, I don't see many of them becoming werewolf preppers and training a group of people to take other people over. Though I do see some of them doing that, but not many. But the other side of that coin is, why? Like, that's the bigger question. I'm like, why? Why would you put yourselves out there and let people know that there's a group of dudes out here that's willing to take your shit? In fact, there was a guy in Doomsday Prepper a long time ago, and he had said that he was training to take other people's stuff. He wound up getting arrested because he owned a bunch of illegal firearms. Because I think he showed him on a TV. Something stupid happened, and the FBI or the ATF went to his home. They found out, or the local sheriff, went to his home and arrested him. This guy's an idiot. And he was a fat fuck anyway. Who's he taking? I mean, like, if he's not shooting anybody, he's probably going to eat you. Because there's no fucking way that fat fuck was doing anything of the sort of being a werewolf prepper or taking his shit. Why don't they call themselves marauders is what they are. Or assholes, or pieces of shit. That sounds cooler. Call yourself a piece of shit. Be like, hey guys, I'm a piece of shit. I'm going to take your shit. That's what they should be saying. But instead, they try to come up with this cool fucking name that doesn't mean... It's not impressive. It's not scary. Unless they start doing some weird shit like howling in the night before they take your shit, maybe that would be unnerving to those who are not, like, privy to what a werewolf prepper is. Though you hear anything howling at night, when there shouldn't be anything howling at night, you're going to be on alert. Not the point. The point is, these group of people are out there telling people that they exist. Now, I don't know if somebody found out about a specific group of people that are doing this, or that somebody online was out there on YouTube or whatever platform saying, I'm a werewolf prepper, I'm going to take your shit. Because I wish... to do that, you have to be a complete idiot and or a psychopath. Secondly, if anybody found out who a werewolf prepper was and found out where they lived, I would entertain that we would break their balls first, or we would go after them first. Because if a guy in the middle of, like, Texas somewhere was like, I'm a werewolf prepper and I'm coming to your shit, I'm like, all right, let's find out what this dickhead is. If shit goes down, we attack him first. We go after him first and make him pay for coming out. The bigger problem with the werewolf preppers, guys, is that who are they? Where are they? That could be your neighbor. They could be your best friend. You don't know who they are. He could be somebody within the prepper community learning about everybody's shit. So when it goes down, he knows exactly where to go. That's the problem with a werewolf prepper. I mean, forget about the bullshit and how they're dressing themselves up to be, the clownism behind it, because you're like, these guys are clowns. But are they clowns, or are they a true threat? Now, one part of me is saying, yes, they're absolute clowns, because they, trying to make themselves look like Billy Badasses, give them a werewolf prepper title. But the other problem is, they are a legitimate threat. For those that are staying hidden, for those that you can't see, for those that are lying in the cut, you don't know who they are. So with that being said, guys, they could be a serious threat because you wouldn't see them coming. I mean, hell, if you have a prepper community and you have a werewolf prepper within your community and you don't know that, and this dude is training another group of people to take your shit over, you never saw it coming. Meanwhile, you knew this guy for years. Now, to be a werewolf prepper, I think, and this is just my opinion, you have to display some asshole tendencies that can be identified early. But what if this guy is like a Clark Kent? He's like a goody two shoes. He's like, oh man, that guy wouldn't hurt a fly. Meanwhile, he's training a group of dudes. That's a little odd to me that somebody is playing that game that long and pretending for that long, because you can only pretend for so long, guys. I mean, hell, even the best CIA agents can only pretend for so long until something slips or something comes out. You got a werewolf prepper in your prepper community, he's going to slip. Especially if you pay close attention to what they're doing, how they're doing it, and how they're displaying it, and their attitude and things like that. That shit starts to come out, because none of these people, I don't think, are that smart to play the game that long. So they should be identifiable, but over time. And if you have a new guy in your group, you probably won't know until again years later. And if you guys are only meeting once a month, twice a year, whatever it is, you're not going to identify it. You won't be able to identify it because he can put on that act for a weekend. For example, Prepper Nurse 1 has his little community down there. He could have a werewolf prepper in amongst his little group there, and he wouldn't know because he meets once a month. And these people could play the game for the weekend. So, I mean, hopefully he watches this video, and me and him will have a conversation about it. But that's hard to comb through. Though, I have to admit, on his behalf, Prepper Nurse 1 behalf, he has combed through enough people to see through their bullshit. So he is good with identifying the bullshit ahead of time. But if he comes across somebody who's really playing the game, who's going to play the long game, that's going to be harder for him to identify. But nonetheless, he'll be able to get enough people out of his group, at least the lazy people and the fakes and all that shit, he can get out of the group. But if a werewolf prepper is that good, he could play the game for a long time. The audacity for pieces of shit to go after your shit because that's their tactic, we got enough motherfuckers taking as it is. Now we got to worry about a group of people who think that they're, military-esque and watch too many John Wick movies or watch too many military movies or Navy SEALs, and all these assholes think they're SEALs or John Wick trying to come after your shit. I wish they fucking would, because those people are not going to go away easily. And those are the people, guys, that we've read in books and seen in movies that, you get them cornered and you're about to give it to them, and then you have a fucking bleeding heart and you're like, let him go. And you let him go, and then fucking an hour later, he's showing them back up your shit with more people. Those are the people that you teach the hard lesson. When I mean the hard lesson, I mean get surgical with their body parts, if you know what I mean. And let the other people know that you're not to be fucked with. Because letting them go is not an option. This isn't the movies, this isn't a book. If we run into a certain situation, guys, where you get these people and they drop their weapon on the floor and they're like, we give up. That giving up shit has passed. You enter the new realm of bullshit. We're going to have to get, as what's his name said, medieval on your ass. Because that's the only way to deal with these kind of people. You can't let them go. You can't grow a heart all of a sudden. You can't, trap them, imprison them, and bring them into the fold years later. You can't do any of that shit. You got to exit out right then and there. Anyway, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.